Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Omega Given here. We're getting started right off the bat doing some stuff. Let me get some things set up. When you're on ultra wide, it's sometimes like you're not like on it daily. Like, I guess I'm on my computer daily playing games, but I'm not on my computer daily working. I'm working on my work computer, which is different. It's a lot different. But like doing so, for one, actually, let me double check. What's my audio sound like? All right, audio sounds great, awesome. Let me know if it doesn't sound great and stuff like that. But yeah, when you're on the ultra wide screen, it's like you need to like really understand like the ultra wide screen effect. It needs to be good. It needs to be great. Okay, but like when I say good, great, it needs to be like good as in like all your framing needs to be right and stuff like that. Because here, let me just give you the snippet. Like this is so freaking wide to like be able to like do stuff. Like I have my Windows thing or my YouTube thing there, my whatever thing down here. Like this is the ultra wide look. Like literally, it's just so wide that I have to stretch it out that much for you to see it. All right, but this is just the center of the screen. So today, what's today's goal? Today's goal, I guess I should like almost scrum stand up call these goals. Like I try to make these live streams like maybe 45 minutes to an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if I get in the groove. It's late at night though, and I want to play a game tonight, so most likely this is not going to hit that time. Most likely, what time is it right now? We might play a game actually afterwards, but not live stream that game because I don't play live stream games that much anymore. We need to go to GitHub. Yes, we're going to GitHub. Oh, I'm not signed into GitHub. Give me a second while I sign into GitHub on the side here. Oh, GitHub. Sign on in, GitHub. I have two-factor authentication. Oh. Because, yeah. Gotta have two-factor authentication for my GitHub. All right, let me go to my project. My project for anyone that is hopping on into the live stream or might watch this in the future I call it code. Or if you want to have a code for, you know how like developers might have codes for their projects, it's Code Waterfall Terminal. Or that might become the name of it. I don't know. We'll see. Unless somebody steals it from me, which then screw them. But I call it Waterfall Terminal for a reason, but I'm not going to share that reason because it'll be more significant when I share that reason after I'm done, if I ever finish. So we are making our own terminal emulator using Godot. Really? Okay. Just disclaimer here. We're basically just going to be using a lot of the back-end terminal stuff through C++. In the Godot engine. All we're really doing is making a really good UI for a terminal. That's basically why we're literally programming in a video game like engine, because for one, I think all the other engines actually are maybe not as, robust, as in like they make it like amazingly. So why not build it in Godot where we could make it work, I guess. So I don't know, I was just kind of just thinking through it a little bit. Like I'm just like, this might be a good idea. Just like build it in a gaming engine where I can actually have freedom of a lot of graphics and stuff like that. Because the project I'm not building, it's not supposed to be like lightweight, or it can be lightweight, but it's not supposed to be like super lightweight to the point where it's like, just a terminal. This is more of a tool that helps the people that have a computer that's okay or decent. And this will run on it, of course, because, it's not actually that needing of juice to run it. And also be very visually understandable of what a terminal is. Because people look at the black box of a terminal and they get scared. They want to run away because it's too scary. So the whole idea is to make it less scary. Make it a little bit more bubbly. Make it look a little better. Make it a little more intuitive. Like what's what. Navigating it better and doing like gooey things that people do on the command line with their keyboards, but like make it accessible for people that understand more mouse feel, and maybe slowly transition them to the keyboard, being like, hey, this is like the halfway in between terminal. That's kind of what we're trying to do, because I'd like to think of myself as I'm experienced in a lot of what programmers do and programming stuff, but I fundamentally hate how technical programmers can be. They get too technical and they make it a lot harder for that barrier of entry into programming, into system development, system understanding, which is basically what terminals are, just like the system understanding, to be able to navigate their system and understand their system that they're working on more. Because that's what terminals really are, is just that understanding of a system level of what their stuff is. Like what was their directory, their mapping of their drives, and all that other stuff, how their computer really is actually built out. So yeah, that's basically what the whole idea of this is. I'm trying to like get a better understanding of how to say this every single live stream, because I basically say the same thing every single live stream. That's kind of what live streaming is. You say the same answers all the time. But right now we have all these issues. I kind of built out like kind of like a whole bunch of to-dos. And a lot of these are just like more of the end game things. So we're kind of building towards some of these things, but there's a lot of underlying stuff that we got to do. Literally, we got C++ compile successfully. We have done that successfully, actually. And when I say C++ compile successfully, this means like C++ compile successfully in like a Godot engine. Like this is me compiling my own Godot engine, taking Godot source code and adding my own terminal module into it so that we can build off of that point. So I have actually done this, but this might need to come with some caveats because I've done this for my Arch Linux setup that I'm on, but we'll have to revisit this later when we want to actually build this for Windows, for Mac OS, for mobile, question mark, maybe? I don't know. I kind of want this to be a cross-platform kind of thing, that it works across any platform. But what's some other things? We want to create history log. We're not even there. We're literally just compiled. That's where we're at. So I think we're really at this create input output module. I think that's what we're doing today, is the create input output module, where we can type in a command that sends it to a terminal UI, or the terminal module that I have programmed that sends it to the computer, runs it, grabs the output, and displays it. That's all we want to do today. It's not going to look fancy, it's not going to look good, but functionally it does that thing. If we can do that and then classify that under some kind of history system and stuff like that and build off from there, I think that's when we start to build out further. We like take one step at a time, build up, trying to develop like the look of like a normal terminal, and then start to form that normal terminal around the ideas that we have to make it better for like the in-between. So that's where we're at. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to try to get that input and output today. So for starters, this is what our terminal looks like right now. It's a nothing. It's a whole bunch of nothing. We got 3 modules. We have a directory line, a line edit, a min-max button, which we're not actually, let me just hide that. We're not even going to get there yet. We're just going to do this line edit button. So we want this line edit button, or this line edit, not button, this line edit entry. We want this so that when we run our game, we can type in, press enter, that sends it into the terminal, which then comes back with something and displays that something below it. That's what we want. Straight up, that's what we want. And also maybe create new module below that. Okay, but I don't want to get carried away with ideas. I want to actually build something today. We're not going to get carried away with ideas, because we can go on ideas all day. I already done this many times for ideas. So how are we going to build this line edit button? To be honest, it's been a while since I've done this stuff before. So we're going to build a script right here with this line edit, and we're just going to be like, I think, so this is kind of how we have done our terminal thing right here. So we're going to grab that. We're going to throw it here. We're going to make it work. So basically we're going to create a new terminal. So when we're creating a new terminal, when we have a new line edit button, it's going to then be like, yo, start. It's going to start a bash shell, and it's going to send an input and await get tree, and then print terminal to an output. I think that's what we want, right? I think that's what we want. That's all we got to do. So I'm going to just literally control S that, save it. Let's run it. So this is not really running anything. Oh, terminal function start in base terminal. Okay, so this function doesn't even exist. I might need to revisit our actual I might need to revisit exactly what we're doing in our terminal. Let me pull out our, so we're here, right? This here, wait, no, not here. I need to like open this Do they have a button? Yeah, open terminal. There we go. Okay, we're at this location. We're gonna be the code dot. That's gonna open up this, so we can be able to do some coding here. Which this is probably like, yeah, really big. Or we gotta like increase the size so you can actually see what's going on. Okay, so I made a module in Godot, so we want to be under Godot, which we're under Godot already. And under modules, I made a module called terminal. Where are you, terminal? Terminal, here we are. So what is, I bare bones created this, so we gotta see. So we have terminal run command. That's all we have, actually. So we don't even have a terminal start command. We just have a terminal run command. Right? String terminal run command, bind methods. We have run command. And it takes in a command. I think that's all we have. So we can recompile Godot and build this out if we want to add like new functionality. But we need to run this such that has that functionality. So we're going to do, we're going to run, so we're going to actually get rid of this. So term dot run command like that. And let's run that. Oh wait, we don't have a read command, do we? Let me, is there a terminal.read command, or how do we get that output? How did I build this? So basically string terminal runs command. It's a constant, takes in a string command, string result. We're creating a thing with a buffer file, star pipe, pop in command that get data. If under some pipe, failed to run command, while blah, 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 get data plus equals buffer. Return string result. Okay, so this is a, you know, return kind of statement. So we want to result this. Result equals term.run, because I'm pretty sure. Oh, we need to declare, because I forgot we're not in Python. So we're var result. And then result equals that terminal. We await, get tree timer, blah, blah, blah. Term dot, we don't need this. We want to just print the result. I think that is how we can get this to run. So we're just testing our module. And booyah! Look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that right there. See what that is? That is a ls right there. So we got a ls command going to the print screen. Heck yeah, man. Woo, heck yeah, baby. Woo. All right. That's good. That's good. We got it. So we have proven that we can run commands to the terminal. So what can we do now? I think next is we need to make this. So that was literally just me running. I need to make this so we can actually run from the line input and display that variable to an output. So I think what we need to do is we need to build out how this input output thing is going to happen. So we have an input here. We need an output line. So we need like a rich text label kind of thing maybe below it. So let me add a new child node. Let's do like rich text label. That's what I was thinking, like might be like the thing to go to. So we added rich text label. We don't want it in the horizontal box, do we? No, we want it outside the horizontal box. All right, cool. So we got a horizontal box here. We want to like rename this here. Let's just like rename it to be like output. We're just testing. Like this is a lot of prototyping right here. We're just gonna try to prototype how we can make a term, like a very bare bones terminal in Godot. So we got input line, output line. We don't need this. Let's get rid of the directory. Okay. So I think we might need to do a little bit of building of stuff. We almost need to build ourselves a UI interface that kind of stems a bunch of objects together and it builds those interfaces on command. I think that's what we need to strive for. Give me 1 second to think about this. I'm thinking we need to put some music on. Let's put some music on, shall we? Give me a second while I... Where am I going? Uh-oh. I have a weird system thing going on here. The system responded. The requested operation has failed. Error mounting blah 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 blah. File system type NTFS not configured in terminal. Wait, what? I've accessed this before. 1 second, guys. I got a weird issue right now. This is like a... What do you call this issue? This is like a... Here, we're gonna go Copilot. Oh, if I can type. Whoops, that's not what I want. I want... What the... What the frick is going on? I'm trying to copy text. I'm trying to... You guys want to see the stupidity right now? I'm trying to copy this error right here, right? Right? And it won't let me copy it. It's like, oh, you want to do what? It's like, I'm trying to freaking copy. Like, fine, I gotta type it up. An error occurred while accessing drive. The system responded. The requested operation has failed. Error mounting. Dev at blah blah file system type and NTFS not configured in terminal. Like, I think I understand it. Like we got to do some kind of terminal configuring, but like, gosh, sometimes I'm just like annoyed with certain things. Like this was... I'm on Arch Linux. This is something I always have to preface when it comes to like these kind of AI things. Fixing the mount. Thank you. Yeah, fix that mount, please. Oh, just fixing some stuff on this side. There we go. Okay. I had to install something. Apparently that was weird. I think I was installing something earlier that kind of broke my system maybe. Which is a thing that happens. Which is not good. That just straight up happens. I want to let's just play like some music-ies. How does that sound? Oh gosh, that's loud. What does the audio look like on my one front? Here, let me make it so you guys can actually listen to this music with me. There we go. We got some music going. Alright, that's interesting. I'm just trying to get some music playing. Can I like change my music to like specific things? Like a virtual window, like its output for music? Okay, so I need to like think through the architectural side of how I want this done, but theoretically I kind of just need to like I need to get back in the groove of Godot. It's been a while since I've done this stuff in Godot, and I think I just need to like, I don't know, like, what do I gotta do? I need to take the input from this, so like a get tree, line edit dot text upon pressing a input key of enter, but we only want it when that's in focus. Oh gosh, I'm like thinking of all like the weird chain of like input, output, everything, because like you have to think gaming if you're gonna build in a good gaming engine and how it will detect all these things. Because yeah, it's just that's like how it operates kind of. So I'm making a terminal emulator in Godot. I made a terminal module in my Godot engine called terminal with a command that is run underscore command that returns the result. Can you help me make the front end in Godot so I can type in a box what am I doing exactly? So I type in a box, it runs that command when I press enter, and it displays the result in a output box. Let's do that. Let's try this out and see if we can get this to work how we want it to work. All right, so I'm looking at AI right now for anybody that's wondering. I'm looking at like Copilot, and it's kind of like helping me figure out what I'm trying to do. So we got text edit, line edit, input box, output box. Okay, it has a text edit as a. I was gonna do rich text. Where's my rich text box? Oh, it's that one. That's the one I was like using. All right, so name. We got an output box. We got set editable to false, so you just can't type in it. Oh, that's a good point. We should set the output box set editable. Editor description? No. It wants me to do a text edit box. Let me mess with some of these things. Add child node, text edit. What's a text edit box do exactly? Editable. Oh, I see right there. Editable off. And it throws up in the top right corner. So yeah. Alright, we got a text edit box. So I guess that might be better than rich text. No. Wouldn't be better. I just realized Godot may not work for what we want to do. Wait. I just realized something big for our project that might be a big... Like, we'd have to almost custom build our own text engine. Like our text rendering solution. Oh gosh. That's not gonna be fun. We're trying to build a terminal emulator in Godot because I have a dream of I'm talking to you, Haiti. I have a dream that I want to make a very GUI centric, cool, slick, fluid looking terminal that's not like scary. I'm trying to, like, you know, just be that middle ground terminal that for the people that are like, I want to try something, and this would be the thing that I suggested to somebody, like, oh yeah, try this, because it's a lot easier to get into how to use terminals on your computer and understand your file system. So I want to like do a whole bunch of things, add a bunch of features that I have confirmed with many other developers that they would love in a normal terminal, but don't exist. So it's like kind of like a best of both worlds. Like people like them could love it, and people that are new into it could get into it a lot easier. But one of my main things is if I build this terminal, I want it, the UI, the GUI feel of it, to be modern-esque, not just like a scary box. Like, I want the font to be nice. I want the deleting, and like, I just want it to feel fluid, not blocky. And all terminals just feel blocky. But now I'm thinking of how Godot renders its text, and I don't think it will work in Godot. So one of the biggest deciding factors of what I'm looking for here, let me open up something. I'm gonna open up a game. It's kind of funny, I'm a gamer here, but I'm also a programmer, and I'm kind of deriving a lot of my knowledge from games to like build something that's good feeling, because it's like, if games feel good, it then makes programming feel good, if like you're programming kind of like a game. Why is my computer is not opening things lately? Like Osu, why is it not opening Osu? Wait, what? Oh, I just realized that we've been running that in the background this whole time. Wait. Why is my thing being all weird? What distro do you use? I am currently on Catchy OS, so it's built on Arch Linux. That's what it is. I just downloaded this like a week ago. I'm just trying it out and stuff like that. I was on Bazite before, but I was running into the issue where Bazite's non-mutable, and I wanted to mutate my environment, so I'm like, oh, I gotta switch to a different thing, and I'm like, oh, well, I haven't tried Arch Linux yet. And I kind of like the Plasma KDE, so I'm like, oh, I'll just use Catchy OS then, because Catchy OS has Plasma, so that was kind of on that. That's what I'm using. I'm looking for, I want to show you guys an example, and I want to try to visually understand this a little bit. Oh, where is this game saved to? Open file dialog, what does that mean? Wait, I'm so confused. Like this game, Osu, there's an aspect of it that has actually done a lot to like help push me to what I'm trying to build. GUI centric turtle. Maybe if you try with Qt. I have heard of Qt. You can make nice GUI in Qt Creator. If you want modern feel with text rendering, you can make shell using a Golang and handle styling using charm libraries. So I got to show you the example, which has made me realize I can't use half of the things that I want to use, and that's why I'm like thinking maybe I can use my expertise in Godot to build it. But for some reason I don't know where my freaking Osu installation is. Where's my Osu installation? Root. Gosh darn, let me pull my Catchy OS. Let me pull out a new tab. What's all my directories labeled as? I don't even, I literally just installed this like a little bit ago, and I'm just like, I can't remember. RCD. What the, where are we at? I'm trying to get to my library. Where am I trying to go? Yeah, I'm still trying to make my custom terminal. I'm running into issues. So, just a little update. I did figure out how to fully compile Godot with my own modules. So if I pulled up something, this is actually kind of a little, for anybody that saw this before. So in Godot, like literally the source code of Godot itself. So this is Godot's source code right here. I added this module called terminal. this is very small, very nothing, but like it's something, at least to me, because you know I haven't actually compiled somebody else's project before. I just added like run command to this module where it basically accesses the back end of your system, like using like these things, and just sends commands through. So it's like, you know, it takes in a string and pops out the result of that string. And that's basically my run command that we can run into the back system using Godot. So like that's kind of like something I built. If you don't have something available in Godot out of the box, odds are someone made a module for terminal or something that can help you. Yes, somebody probably has. I have looked into that and they have, but I want to understand how to do it myself because I can see that there's probably something at the end of the road that I will want to manipulate it myself and add my own things in. So it's a lot easier to start from the ground up and like understand it while I'm building it to like be able to go back and build it out how I need it to be built out later on. Like, of course, I'm still very prototypey stage, so I'm still trying to, you know, get in that prototyping stage of stuff. Right now, I want to demo a thing, but I don't know where my installation of the thing went. One second, let me. All right, where's the dude? Here, Pacman. -S Osu. Wait, is Osu not? I swear Osu was a. Wait, what? What? Wait, don't close that. Wait, is it in Heroic Game Launcher? Is it like? You're not logged in. I don't care about being logged in. Do I have to be logged in? This is like epic. Frick. I don't remember. How to install Osu on Catchy OS. How do I do this stuff? Come on, tell me. AI. I need to figure out how to do this. I see. You can take a look at someone's module just for reference to see how it works. It may inspire you. Yeah, that is true. I don't really need much to go off of though right now. It's more of I'm trying to figure out how to architect some of my future things I want to do, and I'm starting to realize that maybe Godot or maybe anything that I'm building in won't do what I want it to do. That's why I want to investigate what kind of started this all, which is Osu. Have you guys heard of Osu? Let me know if you've heard of Osu before. Oh, I have to install Flatpak? Wait, what? Wait. I don't want to install Flatpak. Native Linux. I'm on Arch Linux. Gosh darn, this is a problem. It's like, oh, you need to install something, use this. And it's like, oh wait, Flatpak's not Arch Linux. It's like, no, you gotta do it. Pac-Man, Wine Tricks. Oh, so this is maybe having me use Wine. I guess I could just install Flatpak. Okay, fine. We'll do it the non-Arch Linux way. All right, we'll do the non-Linux way, guys. Okay. Psh, I'm sorry. Or not. That was not Arch. Did I say Arch Linux? I did say Arch Linux, I think. Yeah, I don't know. We're doing something. Here, can I increase the size of this? I can. There we go. You guys can see a little bit more of what I'm looking at. Also, maybe I can like. There. How's that? Looks a lot better, right? Da, 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 da. You're not in the search path that's set to the environment's applications installed. It may not appear in your desktop until the session is restarted. Not installed. Wait. How do you use run Flatpak? How do you run Flatpak in Arch Linux? That thing. None of the directories, blah 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 blah, are not used. Oh, do I have to log out to? do stuff? I swear I set up Osu before. I swear I set up Osu. Like, look at this. See, I got Osu right here. How did I do that? Free to win rhythm game. How does this Osu stable? Where did this come from? One second. This is what Osu is for anybody that doesn't know. It's a rhythm game, but there's a specific thing in it I want to show you that inspired this whole flipping thing. Download Osu, macOS, other platforms. Sure. Does this work? Can I just like Osu image this and run it on Arch Linux? I'm not an expert in these things, so. Oh, did I? My browser crashed. What just happened? Couldn't finish download? What happened there? I don't know why my browser crashed just now. Restrictions launching execute is not allowed in this content. I can trust this. Don't worry, computer. I know what I'm doing. Downloads. How do I get to my... Wait. Yeah, sure. I know where that is. Oh, LS. Where am I? CD downloads. Oh, downloads. All right, LS. What do I got here? I got Osu. Yes, I want to run Osu. Can I just Osu that? Wait, do I have wine? Wine? Osu? Look at this. I'm so cool. I know what I'm doing, right? I'm such a boss right now. I'm like bossing it up. I'm like doing everything via typing only. I'm a boss. No, I'm not a boss. I'm a beginner. How many cannot be started or no application associated with the specific file? What? I literally just downloaded an image of the game. Why? Why does it... What the f... That's the game. I don't know. Booyah. Okay. I got it. We got it working. Okay. I gotta show you guys what I'm talking about here. Okay. So you want to see what's gotten me here. I'm gonna mute my audio really quick just because there's probably copyright music and stuff with this thing. Okay, so you can just use Osu Laser. It's on AR. This works too. I got it to work. I don't know how I got it to work. I got it to work though. Okay, so the biggest thing, pay attention to the top right corner up there. You see this typing? Look how smooth that typing is. It's beautiful. And then look at that delete. Look at that delete animation. Oh, it's beautiful. That is what I want to replicate in a terminal. That specifically is what I really want to replicate in a terminal. I just want to steal that. I want to steal that basically. Just be like, bleh, and it works. So that tells you guys what I'm looking for. I want that typey, that very feel good typey. Which actually, here, let me even... You want to hear the audio of it? It sounds beautiful. Great game design, I guess. Here, let me pause my... Where's my music? Let me pause my music so you guys can hear better. Yeah, okay. So, wait, is my music on? You hear that? You hear that typing? Doesn't that sound like beautiful? Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I just want to like programmer peak right here. Programming peak. Oh, beautiful sound. Okay, so that's basically what I want to replicate. That and the delete, like and then like just that backspace, like where it like has the character drop and fade away. I want that. Also, you should be able to make custom terminal in Godot. I mean, guy made open gamepad UI in Godot. Ask AI. Yeah, I understand that. I'll be able to ask AI to help me with that. But the problem is, my understanding of how the text editors in Godot work is that it will not, if I use a text editor in Godot to type in something and then to press the backspace and it just deletes characters, it will not be able to render those specific things on its own. I almost need to take in all of the keystrokes in Godot as inputting, creating the characters on the screen where you want them, and then applying a animation to that object of that character. Like, this is like very much like rudimentary of like how text editing would work without using its native stuff. I don't think that Godot can do that without a lot of custom workarounds that I would have to do. So I'm trying to brainstorm how I'm going to get to that, because I don't want to spend all my time on Godot when I can't even get that, like one of the main things I want to have in my thing. Like I know it's a passion thing of mine. Half the people won't even care for that, but I just love it. I want that. I want that effect. It just makes me want to close my eyes and like while I'm typing and do stuff. It's just like, I don't know. I'm like, oh yeah, we're just doing, I don't even know what. I don't know. I want a bird. Oh, it just sounds so cool when I just do that. Yes, I know I'm a programmer, so I sound like I'm like getting off by like listening to this thing. All right. Nonetheless, we want to figure out what the flip is this programmed in. I think I want to almost get the source code of how they built this thing. What did they build this in? What did they build Osu in? So let's pull up. Let's pull this up and like figure this out a little bit. I got a couple of things open. So we're gonna do some investigating. So we're gonna, or for one, let's open up Osu, see if they have a thing that takes us to like their build, because I think they're pretty open source. So if we go to download now, this takes us to GitHub. If you look, this is a GitHub link right here. So yeah, here we are. Look at this. Oh, we have Osu stuff. So what's Osu programmed in? It's in C#. Osu's in C#. Okay. Are they their own game engine, or did they literally build it from the ground up? What's PPY? What's that? Oh, that's just a person. Yeah, that's just a person. Never mind. Okay. Let me think through this. So they programmed this in C#. I'm wondering what game engine they used, unless they built their own game engine, which I don't want to build my own game engine to do this kind of thing, because that's just way too much work. I don't have that time or brain power to push into this thing. I know this is just all about the game. Developing a custom rule set. Okay, developing Osu. Make sure you follow the prerequisites. A desktop platform with .NET. Oh, it's a .NET? Oh, wait, no, it just uses .NET. Okay, when working with syntax such as. Alright, yeah, that's just IDE stuff. Okay, download source code. Yeah, I know how to do that. Building from an IDE. It's encouraged that you use the Osu. They built their own thing. They built their own thing. What's all their dependencies? What kind of dependencies does this thing have? .config. Would that show JetBrains Nvidia? How is this built? Here, let me increase the size of this so you guys can see a little better. You guys can investigate with me or hear my narration as I like scavenge their GitHub and understand a little bit. .idea. Wait. Oh, I see why. Okay. I'm just like, normally you don't include the .idea into your GitHub link, but I think it's because it's just something they're doing. Templates, updates, I'm kind of wondering, templates are used when creating OS dependent project and exist specifically a fully testable customer set. Okay, cool. I'm looking more specifically for how I'm looking specifically for, let's see that game. Beat maps, collections, configurations, graphics, maybe background sprites, cursor. Context menu containers, menu cursor container. Wait, what is this? Is this what we're looking for, guys? Is this how they coded it? What does cursor oftentimes mean in like these kind of things? Yeah, look at this already. This is dragging mouse. This is mouse movements. Looks like cursor. Yeah, the cursor is mouse movement. Okay, so this is their whole mouse movement. Mouse up, mouse down, how you're interacting with the mouse. Yeah, that's what all this is. Cursor. What is this? Context menu? Context menu, framework. Using the cursor framework that they built, it looks like. I want to see the secret. Where's the secret formula? I'm looking for the secret formula. User interface. I literally think this is just the game itself, like which is fun game. But I'm trying to look for how they do their menus, their UIs, user interface UIs. Back button, bar. Where's their typing? Gray button, hotkeys, hovers. Check buttons, tab controls. Is there? What would it be called? Would it be like an input button? Get container input manager, focus text box. Ooh, hello. Graphics interface, focus text box, also text box, keybinds handler. Will clear text on back key. Kill focus. So it looks like they take focus when they click on a text box. So they're using a whole focusing mechanism. So that is true. If we are to build our own text-based terminal, we will need to build a focusing menu system. That makes sense. Should I be taking notes? I think I should be taking notes. Let me take a look at a new note here. We're gonna new note here on the side. Let me just like. All right. So we need to build a focus system. Like we need like an intuitive focus system. Intuitive focus system using clicking on a object space as well as navigating using tabs on the keyboard for keyboard users, because we need this whole thing to work such that you don't need the mouse at all, and for you mouse users as well, because I want it to be for both use cases, because I sometimes like to use the mouse. But sometimes I actually just don't want to use the mouse. Like when I'm when I'm in my focus mode, I like play the death metal on while I'm like going coding style. I don't want to touch the mouse if I don't have to. I just want to go at it. So that's kind of like, that kind of stuff. So I just need the whole alt tab, all the hotkeys of getting around, navigating, whatnot. So that's like a whole intuitive focus system. So like we're gonna need to build that system out, which seems like very crucial of how we're going to build like this thing, is that focus system of getting like focus on this to be able to type into that thing or to be able to interact with it. Where do they do the fun stuff, the graphics? This is just like literally the on keybind. This is just the on hit thing. Which this makes sense. I gotta like remember some of my game development knowledge where like you need to have a controller, like a input controlling handling class, and that handles all inputs. And then basically what you do is that that's like its own object that the user is interacting with 100% of the time. It's always that one object. You don't want to split that interaction across other objects because it could get messy. Like you can if you want, but if you do that, it gets really messy. So that's why in a lot of games you want to focus on that one controller object that then can pull and be like, you're focused on this, right? Cool. Let's like keep the things funneling here to there. Oh, you now want to go here, so it's like let's like kind of put you up there again. So it's like that's like how game design is good in a sense. It's a whole nother ball game when you input real-time strategy games. That's when it gets crazy. But that's something that we would have to work on. So this makes sense. Hotkeys. Yeah, oh my gosh, there's gonna be so much. We almost have to do a lot of this, but for our own game. But the visuals is what's going to hold me up. I don't want to start developing in Godot if Godot won't be able to support the visuals I want. Or maybe I'm just going to have to maybe I'll just have to, I know it's possible to build something like this out in Godot. It's just, I would have to build my own modules to do it. Load button. Is there like a type? Menu item type. Let me just look at this for like 1 second. That doesn't seem to be what I'm looking for. Rolling counter. What is this? Change rolling counters to use quicker, using. What's a rolling counter? What is this? Summary. If true, the roll up duration will be proportional to change in value. If roll up is proportional equals false duration, milliseconds for the counter roll up. For each element, use duration in milliseconds for the counter roll up animation in total. What? Okay. I need a game plan. I think what I need to do is, like I said at the very beginning of the stream, I need to first not go dive too deep into this stuff. I know when I talk out loud, that's basically what a stream is to me. It's like a talk out loud session of me like trying to think through stuff. I need to find time to actually code. That's like the real time that I'm missing. I'm not missing. I'm not able to find the time for me to code as much anymore. But I need to get the terminal running and interacting with the terminal backend. I'm not an expert in architecture of games as much as... Let me open Draw.io. Opening Draw.io. Actually, 1 second. I think I actually have a Draw.io that we... Do I have a draw.io of, oh crap, whoops, no, control Z. I don't know what I was doing over there. Downloads in my other drive. Yeah, here. Okay, so this is my imagination thing of what I want the terminal to look like. So this is kind of like a rundown of what I want the terminal to look like. But we need to think about architecture here. What's going on? Why can't I just unsave? Click here to save. What? Is this not letting me edit? Why is it not letting me edit? Hello, file. Open from device. I need to open from my Bazite directories. Where's my draw.io stuff? Not a diagram file? Wait, what the frick? Why won't I, like... Oh, it's like a .html.